What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, where today we have another team draft video. This time we're going to be doing the Pittsburgh Steelers 3-round mock draft. And when we look at the Steelers, it looks like their offense is going to be very questionable next year. I doubt that either Justin Fields or Russell Wilson will return to the Steelers. And there's some speculation that Sam Darnold is probably going to be most likely quarterback to sign for the Steelers. But we'll get more into that later. Along with this, Najee Harris, the only running back over the last 4 seasons to have over 1,000 rushing yards. Very quiet, probably going to go to a new team. I don't expect Najee to stay. Dante Jackson leaves a hole open in the secondary, and Van Jefferson rounds this out by the Steelers losing another wide receiver, and they've already been, pretty rough on the wide receiver core in general. So when we look at the needs, it's pretty much laid out right there in front of us. Quarterback, obviously. If Sam Darnold doesn't sign, they definitely need a quarterback to be successful this year. Wide receiver, alpha receiver opposite George Pickens, or maybe one that's better than George Pickens, because frankly George Pickens has an attitude problem. And defensive backs, not horrible, but could really use some better secondary. I think that the Steelers will look to improve it in this draft. So without further ado, let's just hop right into it. All right, and we're back. Gonna go ahead, hop right in here. Let's see what falls to us. I've seen some very interesting picks already. Amika Egbuka, who most of the time I feel like is expected to be here still. Not actually available. Falcons end up taking Egbuka. Abdul Carter going early. Jade Brown, or Barron, sorry, continuing to go early. Some very, very interesting picks. Again, did not expect Egbuka to go that early. So now, when it comes to the Steelers, I'm going to assume that they're going to pick up a quarterback in the offseason, probably Sam Darnold. Um, so when I think about what the Steelers need at this point, I'm immediately looking at like a Matthew Golden, to be another alpha receiver for the Steelers. I think that Jihad Campbell definitely an option here. I do see a lot of people having him go a lot earlier than what he was expected to. Calvin Banks Jr. is still here, can always beef up your O line if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers. Shamar Stewart, there are a couple of good options here. That being said, when I look at what the best available picks are, I'm looking at Matthew Golden when it comes to Steelers needs. I do think that if Igbuka doesn't fall to the Steelers, which I do personally think he's going to, I think Matthew Golden will still, create some opportunities in that passing offense for the Steelers. This is a team that's going to thrive off of play action. I think Matthew Golden could be really good in a play action scheme. Just by watching his movement at Texas, I think it's made in heaven for Matthew Golden and the Steelers. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna grab him right there. Now moving on to 53. I do think that this is an area where the Pittsburgh Steelers should think about grabbing Darian Porter, and improving that secondary. I do think that if Tyler Booker was here at this moment, I do think that the Steelers would probably choose Tyler Booker, to be honest with you. However, I do think that this is going to be a team that's going to want to get best available player, I think that Darian Porter provides a lot of sharp coverage for the Pittsburgh Steelers here. They love good physical corners, and I love Darian Porter's traits. I think that he's a big guy. He's going to ball hawk, and I think that that's what the Pittsburgh Steelers look for in a corner. Big guy that's not afraid to get physical. I think that's Darian Porter personally. So now we have our wide receiver. We've drafted a corner. I do think that in other drafts, I would probably have waited to grab Thomas, but I do see some guys here that are rising up in the draft rank. Braden Swinson, high average draft position, but he is gaining some steam as it leads into the combine. I think that he's gonna rise above a lot of guys' draft boards. So here begs the question for the Steelers. With what we've been able to grab thus far, do we grab a young quarterback? Jalen Milroe is available here. Jackson Dart is still available here. I think that undoubtedly, if Jackson Dart was still here at pick, 85, I do think Jackson Dart is by far the best quarterback option there is. So that being said, I think that's going to be the choice that we want to make. I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers could draft or grab Sam Darnold in the offseason. I do think that they will draft a quarterback at some point in this draft, either to learn under Sam Darnold, a guy that they truly believe in, a guy like, Jackson Dart, if they make that decision or if he lasts this long. I do think that more than likely I'm going to see them choose a quarterback in the third round. And I do think that it's going to be like a Jalen Milroe, Jackson Dart type guy. So, Steelers, you're going to go ahead. We're going to grab Jackson Dart, who is going to complete this Steelers offense. I think would be great for the Steelers. We're not going to really care too much about the D here for the Steelers draft. I do think that Jackson Dart is vastly underrated, and I do think that he is probably going to go before this pick. But in terms of what we got with Matthew Golden and Darian Porter, I'm pretty happy with that. I, again, think Jackson Dart is the right move for the Steelers, more so than Jalen Milroe. If you guys disagree, let me know down in the comment section below. But that's going to be it for me, guys. If you guys like this video and you want to continue to see me, do every other team in the NFL, make sure you guys smash that like button. Comment if you're new here. Comment if you think I had a good draft. Comment if you think I had a bad draft. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.